This presidential regulation regulates the procurement of government goods and services. In this presidential regulation, there is a loophole for corruption, namely due to the rules for refuting appeals, which are accompanied by a guarantee of refuting appeals of 1% of the HPS value. As a result of the rules regarding objections to appeals, which are accompanied by a guarantee of appeal objections of 1% of the HPS value, this opens up opportunities for fraudulent acts by the working group for the procurement of goods and services and the use of the budget or power of budget users if the selection process from the working group for the procurement of goods and services is not refuted, of rigged participants. Due to the guarantee of appeal objection of 1% of the HPS value, it can be ascertained that it is very rare for participants to lodge an appeal. How in Government Regulation No. 16 of 2018, after an evaluation by the Working Group for the Procurement of Goods and Services, if there are participants who disagree with the results of the evaluation, then the participants are given the opportunity to object, and then the Working Group for the Procurement of Goods and Services provides answers to the objections said, and if the participant is not satisfied with the objection answer from the Working Group for the Procurement of Goods and Services, the participant is given the opportunity to make an appeal to the budget user or the power of attorney of the budget user. If no participant submits an objection to the appeal, the tender process for construction services cannot be stopped even though there was fraud from the Working Group for the Procurement of Goods and Services when evaluating the bidding documents from the participants. Due to the existence of these rules, if there is no objection to the appeal made by the participants, fraudulent actions from the Working Group for the Procurement of Goods and Services will be avoided from criminal prosecution. Only administrative sanctions will be given by the superiors of the Working Group for the Procurement of Goods and Services if the fraud is found by superiors. Because the Working Group for the Procurement of Goods and Services is very familiar with these regulations, they commit fraud in coordination with their superiors, or it is very possible that their superiors order them to commit fraud in order to obtain the proceeds of corruption which will be shared together.